Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is for you. And welcome to Cindy's Place. And I'm Cindy. Today I am going to do a baking video, and we're going to bake a Jello cake. You probably all have your versions of Jello cake out there, but this is my version. So watch how I make my Jello cake. And give it a try, see if you like it, or you may even have this recipe already. I don't know. But here we go. Okay, the first thing I did was preheat my oven to 350 degrees. And now I'm going to do the cake mix. And you can use either white or yellow cake mix for this. And most of the time I make my own cake from scratch, but just to save time for the video, I'm going to use a box mix. So we don't need that. And you just open the package. Okay, we're going to take our package of Jello, or not Jello, but the cake mix. And I'm going to use this pan here and just mix it in this pan. And then you want to combine all the ingredients, which is one package cake mix, one package of large package of whatever flavored gelatin that you want. I'm picking orange today, but you can actually make this pretty much any flavor that you want. And I need 4 eggs. Okay, let's put in 4 eggs. And of course you always, oh, I didn't do that very well, did I? You always save your eggshells to go out in the compost bin. And you're going to use 4 eggs. Whoop. You didn't see that, right? Clumsy me. Okay, there's 4 eggs. And we're going to set these aside. And next you want 3/4 of a cup of water. And you want to combine everything, which is the cake mix, the Jello, 4 eggs, 3/4 of a cup of water, and you beat this all by hand. And you put everything in for this point, except we're going to add some oil, but not for the moment. And we're going to mix this all up. And remember, this recipe is to be beat by hand. You don't get out your mixer. You just kind of mix this all up by hand. Get this all mixed up nice and good. I will put the ingredients and the recipe in the description if any of you would like to try this. And you just kind of blend it up, making sure you get it. And see, even though I used a yellow cake mix, it still turns orange because of the Jello. And when you bake your cake will be orange. Or it can be cherry or peach or whatever color, whatever type of Jello that you want the flavoring to be. Okay, we've got that mixed up pretty well. And next, we're going to add the oil. 3/4 of a cup of oil. And this is cooking oil. I like to use extra virgin olive oil. And my recipes as my cooking oil. I use the extra virgin olive oil actually for everything that I cook. And now we want to get that mixed in really well. The oil takes a minute longer to, you know how oil is. It doesn't want to, you have to kind of give it some elbow grease here to get it mixed in. And the recipe says to mix it for at least 100 strokes. And I just mix it until everything is completely mixed. And sometimes you gotta switch hands. Good grief. We'll get this all mixed in here. Oh, that's looking good. It's getting really mixed up. Oh, and it's thick too. I'm going to get some mussels. Okay, I think we got all our oil mixed in. Okay, and then you want to put this into a baking pan and bake at 350 for about 40 minutes. Okay, see how simple that is? That's very simple, and it makes an awesomely good cake. So here's my pan, and you don't have to grease it or anything because you do have the oil in the cake mix already. So let's get this in the pan. And this is a 9 by 13 cake pan. My granddaughter wanted a Jello cake. Today's her birthday, and she wanted that Savannah. She wanted a Jello birthday cake, so I am making her one. Whatever my grandbabies want, that's what they get. They want a cake, Grandma bakes them a cake. Get this all out here. Oh, and these are so delicious too. They're so easy to make and they are so good. And the orange Jello flavor comes out so well. You just want to set this over here so you can see. And you just want to spread this out evenly in your pan. Okay. Okay, and now it's in the pan. And that was really easy to put together, very simple. And when we're done, I'll show you the next step. I'm going to pop this in the oven for about 40 minutes and then I'll be right back. Okay, now that our cake is out of the oven, and for whatever reason it didn't puff like I wanted it to, it might have been the cake mix, I'm not sure. But the cake is done. So you want to take a fork and you just want to poke holes all over the top of the cake like I have done here. And then you want to take I use about 3/4 of a cup of orange juice because it's a orange cake. If you were using a different flavor, you would want to use the juice that goes with the flavor. So I put orange Jello in here, so I'm using orange juice to make the topping. Let's move this down just a little bit. So you put 3/4 of a cup of orange juice. I pour in powdered sugar. I'm going to put quite a bit, probably, I'd say about 2 cups of powdered sugar, and you can kind of make it to your liking, how thick you want it. But you want the glaze that we're making here to be pretty thick. So I'll stir it all up. Mix it in really good with the juice. And if you need to add powdered sugar, you just keep adding as much as you need to make a nice strong glaze. My orange juice is cold. So it's going to take a minute to get this mixed in. I used cold juice. If you want it to be, to mix a little faster and a little bit better, then you might want to warm up your juice just a little bit. Okay, now that you've got this stirred up and you want it to be a creamy, sort of a creamy look to it, so you add as much powdered sugar as you need to your juice to make this nice creamy glaze kind of a thing. Actually, I'm going to put in just a little bit more. I like my glaze to be kind of stiff. You can make it to the consistency that you want. Get it all blended in till you have a nice creamy glaze look. Okay. What we're going to do now, since we have our glaze done, let me adjust this just a little bit here, is we're going to take our glaze, and we've already poked holes in the cake with our fork, and you're just going to pour the glaze over top of your cake. And the point of it is that the glaze will, the juice and the sugar will seep down into your cake. And you don't need to put like a ton of juice in there because it's really going to soak into your cake. Make sure you get it all over your cake. Okay. I always have a lot left over, but I am making another cake, so I just was showing you this one. And you let it soak into your cake. And the orange juice and the sugar will go down inside. Your cake will cool, and it will make a nice orangey springtime Jello cake that's good for just about any occasion. So there you go. I hope that you'll try this, and I hope that your cake rises better than mine did. I'm not sure quite what happened with that, but it still turned out okay. It'll still be really good. So hope you guys give this a try. And we'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. And we'll talk to you guys again later. You have a great day, good morning, good evening, whatever time it is for you. And God bless all of you. Bye-bye.
Got this figured in. Yes, Jake. The live loaf lunch arrangement has taken us one step closer to the elusive X-Runes.
Ready, Eddie? Lobster bisque.
Lobster biscuit, ready, ready.
No, not the lobster bisque.
Oh, you don't want to go in the liver room for Ranger?
No.
Okay, I won't put you in there then. You and your sappy friend, too.
No.
I love crustaceans, Jake. All right, got it, Jake. Got it. Elevate. Pretty good, Jake.
Chicken pot pie. Chicken pot pie.
Chicken pot pie.
Coming your way, Eddie. Rocket fire. Shoot up, baby. Shoot up, boy. Hey, What's it so long this time, Eddie?
Ready, Jake.
And now for fettuccine Alfredo.
Fettuccine Alfredo, Jake.
First, the fancy